Have you ever stopped for a moment and looked at your phone, your laptop, or your favorite apps and thought, why does everything now want a monthly payment? It feels like almost every tool we use today is asking for a subscription. Music apps, movie apps, photo storage, editing tools, cloud services, even simple productivity apps. Everything is slowly moving behind a monthly paywall. And this raises a very simple but powerful question. Why is subscription software taking over everything? And more importantly, what does it mean for us, the users? Let's understand it in the simplest way possible. Because this is not just a business model, it is a complete change in how technology works, how companies earn, and how we use digital tools every single day. To really understand this, we need to go back a little. There was a time when software was simple. You bought it once, and it was yours forever. Just like buying a book, or a CD, or a physical product. You paid one time, installed it, and used it for years. No monthly charges, no hidden payments, no upgrade to premium messages every week. It was simple, but then companies noticed something very important. One-time payments don't last. They give money once and then stop. And for businesses, that is not very stable. Because after the first sale, they have to find new customers again and again just to survive. So they started thinking differently. What if instead of selling once, we sell forever? And that is where subscriptions came in. At first, it looked harmless. A small monthly fee. A little payment every month that didn't feel too heavy. But this small idea changed everything. Because subscriptions are not about one big payment. They are about continuous income, money that keeps coming in every single month without stopping. And from a business point of view, that is powerful. But there is something deeper happening here too. It's not just about money. It's also about control. When you buy something once, you own it. You don't depend on the company anymore, but when you subscribe, you never truly own it. You are always connected to the company. If they change prices, you adjust. If they remove features, you adapt. If they shut it down, you lose access completely. And that is a big shift. Now think about your own life. How many subscriptions do you have right now? Music, streaming, cloud storage, apps, games, maybe even fitness or learning tools. Now imagine adding all of them together. Individually, they feel small. A few dollars here, a few dollars there, but together they quietly become a large monthly expense. And that is exactly how the system is designed. Because subscriptions don't feel expensive in the moment. That is the trick. It's not a scam, it's psychology. Our brain reacts strongly to big one-time payments. But small monthly payments feel easier, safer, almost invisible. So we agree to them faster and forget about them later. But over time, they build up. And sometimes people realize something shocking. They are paying for things they don't even use anymore. But why do companies love this model so much? There are a few strong reasons. First is stability. Businesses love predictable income. Instead of hoping for new sales every month, subscriptions guarantee money will keep coming. That means they can plan better, grow faster, and invest more confidently. Second is customer retention. Once you are inside a subscription system, you are likely to stay. Why? Because everything becomes connected. Your files, your settings, your history, your work, all stored in one place. Leaving means starting over somewhere else. And most people don't want that hassle. So they stay, even if they are not fully satisfied. Third is continuous improvement. Companies say subscriptions help them improve products regularly. And sometimes that is true. You get updates, new features, better security, and cloud support. But there is another side to this too. The more advanced the software becomes, the harder it is to leave. Because now you are not just using a tool, you are depending on an ecosystem. And that dependency is powerful. Now here's something even more interesting. Subscription software didn't just change companies. It changed people. Slowly, without us even noticing, it changed our mindset. Today, we don't question subscriptions as much as we used to. It has become normal, almost expected. Music, Subscription movies, subscription storage, subscription design tools, subscription even basic apps, subscription, and when something becomes normal, we stop questioning it. That is one of the most powerful things in business. But let's be honest for a second. Is everything better with subscriptions? Not always. Because there is a hidden trade-off. You don't own anything anymore. You are always renting access. If you stop paying, everything disappears. Your tools, your files, your access, gone. And that creates a kind of pressure. A quiet pressure that follows you every month. Do I really need this? Am I using it enough? Should I cancel or keep paying? Sometimes people don't even cancel, not because they need it, but because canceling feels like effort. This is called friction, and subscriptions are designed to reduce friction to join, but increase friction to leave. Now let's go even deeper. Subscription models are not just in software anymore. They are spreading everywhere. Cars now have subscription features. Phones sometimes lock features behind payments. Even basic services are slowly moving toward monthly access models. Because companies realize something simple. If people accept subscriptions for one thing, they will accept it for others too. And once the system spreads, it becomes the new normal. But here is the big question. Are we moving toward a world where nothing is truly owned anymore? Where everything is rented, everything is temporary, everything depends on monthly payments? Or is this just the natural evolution of technology? There is no perfect answer. But one thing is clear. Subscription software is not slowing down. It is growing stronger every year. Because from the company side, it is simply the most profitable system ever created. But from the user side, it requires awareness. Because the real danger is not the subscription itself, it is not noticing how many you actually have. So here is something worth thinking about. If you had to choose right now, would you prefer paying once and owning something forever? Or paying small amounts every month but always staying dependent? Most people still prefer ownership. But the world is slowly shifting towards subscriptions anyway. Because convenience wins, low upfront cost wins, easy access wins, and slowly, convenience starts replacing ownership. So the real question becomes, are we trading ownership for comfort without even realizing it? That is something worth thinking about. And maybe there is no right or wrong answer. But awareness gives you power. Because once you understand how this system works, you are no longer blindly inside it. You start choosing more carefully. You start canceling things you don't need. You start valuing what actually improves your life. And that is the key. Not avoiding subscriptions completely, but using them with awareness instead of habit. So the next time you see a subscribe now button, don't just click automatically. Pause for a second and ask yourself, is this actually improving my life every month, or is it just another quiet expense I forgot about? Because that one question can save you money and give you control back. And if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Because we break down complex ideas in the simplest way possible, so you always understand what is really happening behind the digital world you use every day. And now tell us in the comments, do you think subscription software is better for users, or has it gone too far? We'd really love to hear your opinion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.